What is going on, everybody? This is Steven Dutzman. I am the editor. Yeah, what's my job again? I am the editor-in-chief of EngageFamilyGaming.com. I am also the host of Engage, a family gaming podcast, and I am also the host of this here EFG Evening News Update. We got a bunch of stuff happening today, people. I'm going to hop right into it. This past weekend was the Origins Games Fair. This is the beginning of the board game convention season. It's very similar to E3, which is kind of the beginning of the video game convention season. Funny thing about early summer, right? So, Origins, a bunch of games were debuted there. One of them, from Days of Wonder, is a new Ticket to Ride. And it is Ticket to Ride. You know what? I should have looked it up, but I didn't. So why don't I take advantage of the fact that I'm sitting at a computer now at request and take a look at it, right? Now, the name escapes me at this moment. I'm looking it up as we speak. However, it's Rails and Sails is the name of it. So, Rails and Sails, it is a Ticket to Ride game that is, it's a double-sided map. A double-sided game board. One side is literally the world. The other side is Great Lakes, United States. And the idea is now you have both planes and boats to get over bodies of water. They add a new kind of card for destinations and tracks. And this one is a tour, which is 4 locations that must be connected. Big time cost, big time value. This is risk versus reward kind of stuff. I'm a big fan of that. Go big or go home. If you're losing, whether you lose by 1 point or you lose by 50, you're still losing. So you may as well try and win. That's my strategy in Ticket to Ride, at least. Although I don't compete in World Championships or anything like that. So new Ticket to Ride, Rails and Sails. Was announced over the weekend. Looks great. We will have it. We will talk about it. There's a lot. Ticket to Ride is amazing. If you are a board game fan or think you might like board games, Ticket to Ride is a great first start because it is fairly simple to teach. It's cool looking. Also, you can learn some geography from it, which is kind of nice. So that is the board game news. Thought we'd start with that. So, next, let's hop into video game news, because, man, it is nuts. First off, there is, if you go to humblebundle.com, there is a Sonic the Hedgehog Humble Bundle, because Thursday is the 25th anniversary of the release of Sonic the Hedgehog. How crazy is that? So there is a Humble Bundle sponsored by Sega, and it's massive. If you, right now, there's, pay $1 or more and you get Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic Adventure DX, Sonic 3 Blast, and Sonic CD. These are all on Steam, by the way. If you pay more than $9.33, you unlock 4 more games with more coming. And if you pay more than $10, you get 4 more games. That's a lot of Sonic games. So if you are a Sonic the Hedgehog fan and you have a reasonably powerful PC, doesn't even need to be very good, this is not a bad setup, man. $10 right now, because the average is like $9.33, so $10 gets you 12 Sonic games, and there is a more games coming soon little space there under the average. If you lock in right now at $10, you will donate some money to charity. Specifically, they are trying to raise money for, let's see here, they're looking for Child's Play, Special Effect, and UNICEF, and the World Wildlife Fund. But that's a lot of Sonic. So I definitely recommend this for Sonic the Hedgehog fans. In other news for free games, for those of you on Steam, Limbo, not exactly the most family-friendly game out there. It's a little dark. However, it's a side-scrolling puzzle platformer. It is free. It's Limbo by the company called Playdead. Just look up Limbo. Their new game Inside is coming out the end of the month, and so they are celebrating. This is going to be free for the next 2 days. So today and tomorrow, Limbo is free. Now, another thing that I wanted to mention is, and I think this is something that is worthy of talking a little bit about, is today is the day that for the release date for the last Disney Infinity playset, and that's to go along with Finding Dory. So here we are. This is the end of the road for the Disney Infinity production. And it ends with a playset that is kind of weird because it's fish. I don't really know how they fit in with the rest of the play style. I suppose they could swim around through the air. Not really sure how that would work. But that is, so here we are. It's the end of the road for Disney Infinity. Finding Dory. Obviously, the movie is wildly popular. The figures are probably worth the money, even if you don't own the game, because you're probably not going to find higher quality Dory figures. So if you have kids that are big fans, buy the figures. You don't need the game in order to make the figures worthwhile. I have figures at my desk at my day job that I have, and I don't use them in Disney Infinity. I've never even taken them out of the box. So they're great collectibles. So at least look into that if it's something to think about, especially if you have a 3 or 4-year-old that is obsessed. Why not foster it? It looks like a great movie. Deals with growing up with a disability, which is kind of dark, but that's what Pixar is good for. So that is the evening news update for June 21st. Lots of little stuff. Again, we are this is the week after E3, so there are usually some cool things, but nothing mind-blowing. If you are a Mighty number 9 backer, someone that backed on Kickstarter, there is a delay on several consoles, specifically Xbox 360. That's the biggest one. It's being delayed by a few days, so they can develop a patch to help fix it. And that game was one of my most anticipated games of the year, and it's not looking great. A lot of people that I respect in the industry have reviewed it and are not really reviewing. It's not reviewing very well. It's getting 5s and 6s, which is really depressing. This had the opportunity to kind of carry the torch for Mega Man into the next generation. Man, I don't know. We're going to play it soon, and we'll put up our impressions, because I think it's possible without the context. Maybe for younger kids, they might really enjoy it, but then I don't know. So that's it. That is the family news update for the evening of June 21st. Still spoiler season for Magic the Gathering, so that's going to keep happening. There were new cards spoiled last night. I will not bother anyone with the specific details here, although the card last night was pretty cool, if for nothing else for its name. So we'll see everybody tomorrow. Until then, this is Steven. This has been the EFG Evening News Update. Hope you guys are having a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.